Welcome to our quick recap of Agatha All Along, Episode 1, Seekest Thou The Road. The series opens up with Kathryn Hahn driving down the road, not immediately looking very witchy. She comes up on a crime scene and hops on out, revealing herself to be Detective Agnes. Well, Detective Agnes is out here to investigate a woman's body found in the woods. No ID on her, but she does have this. A book's checkout card from the Westview Library. We get to the body and find out she was killed by blunt force trauma, but there's nothing around that might explain that. But something about this crime scene seems to be affecting Agnes pretty personally. Well, she searches around for a bit and finds this locket sitting in a puddle. So naturally, she's not going to say anything about it and just stick it in her pocket. Now it's time to roll the body over, with the actress clearly giving a little bit of help. We're not going to get to see the face, but again, Detective Agnes is deeply affected. She takes her only lead and heads on over to the library. The librarian mentions that book was actually stolen years ago, but it's cool, they got a few more in the back. Agnes goes to take a peek and uh-oh, looks like that one section in particular has been torched. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's back to the police station with a mouthful of donut. The chief of police stops by to tell Agnes that they tested the soil that they collected from underneath the nails on that body, and it actually traces back to somewhere in Eastern Europe. That's weird, but okay. And on top of that, the feds are getting involved, which means here comes Aubrey Plaza. Says her name is Agent Vidal, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is these two have some history, and we get our first hint that things might not be as they appear.
Is this really how you see yourself?
What's that mean? Anyway, she also points out that there's no tracks around this body, almost as though it appeared like magic? Well, that's just ridiculous. Get out of here, Aubrey Plaza. Now Agnes is going to take that locket she found to a pawn shop for an expert opinion. The guy there tells her that, oh snap, it opens up and there's a big clump of hair in here. Pretty shoddy police work if you ask me. Well, back at the station now, she's trying to figure out this library piece of the puzzle. The card belonged to a book called Dialogue and Rhetoric, Known History of Learning and Debate. Well, wait a minute, if you take the first letter of each one of those words, it spells out dark... whoa, you scared me! Well, now we're never gonna know. Later on back home, we get a social visit from Aubrey Plaza, presenting Agnes with a very clearly empty pizza box. Hey, screw you too. Well, whatever, it's a show about magic, right? So they get to talking about the case, until there's some crashing noises coming from upstairs. Agnes investigates to find an intruder. He makes a break for it, but luckily gets ran over by Mrs. Foreman.
He came out of nowhere.
Now you going to jail, dude. Down at the station, Agnes begins the interrogation. That's good police work. She asks him, what are you after? To which he replies,
The road.
oh snap, so he's the thou who seekest. Well, Agnes loses it and throws the crime scene photos on the table. Says, what did you have to do with this? To which he replies, what you talking about? These are just pictures of flowers. And why do you keep looking over there? It's just a painting. And then he starts speaking in tongues. So this reality is fully shaken now. She rushes back to the coroner's office to find that the body is now missing. But no, hold up, just let her concentrate for a second. And oh yeah, there it is. We now see the hair is red. And the toe tag has been replaced with the library card? Okay, well, Agnes looks closer and a name appears. W. Maximoff. Well, that sounds familiar. Well, here's Aubrey Plaza to spell it out for you. Wanda Maximoff is gone and took all copies of the Darkhold with her, so you're going to be stuck here in her spell forever. That's a tough pill to swallow, and Agnes starts feeling a little hot. So she starts stripping off layer after layer, which also apparently peels back levels of the spell. Aubrey Plaza prompts her, hey Agnes, do you remember your real name? Back to the library card. A. Harkness kinda rings a bell also. Well, now she fully remembers. She's been Agatha all... No, I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, she's peeled back all the layers, which means she's peeled back all her clothes. That's clearly not something a witch of her caliber worries about, though. She goes to grill the neighbors about what's been going on. Apparently she's been stuck here in this town for 3 years, acting like a detective, and everybody's just kinda rolling with it. She is less than pleased at this revelation. Back inside, she tries some magic and realizes she has none. Well, heads up now, she hears some banging from the closet, and opens the door to find out that, hey, it's that same kid from her hallucination. Well, if capturing him were real, then what does that mean about Aubrey Plaza? Whoa! Looks like our girl ain't no fed. So they're gonna get to fighting. Aubrey Plaza has magic. Agatha does not, which makes this pretty one-sided. Until Agatha says, wait, you don't want to kill me while I'm all powerless, do you? There's no pride in that. Wait until I get my magic back, then we can fight. Now why does this sound familiar?
I know all too well this may be my one and only chance to take him down. It's also the only chance I'll ever have to see what he's really made of.
Well, sure enough, Aubrey Plaza takes the bait, says she'll leave Agatha there, but is gonna tell the Salem 7 where to find her. Yeah, I got no clue who they are either, but they should be by at sundown. She then licks away the cut on Agatha's hand, and pieces right out the front door. And that's it. Thankfully, no after credit scene in this one, by the way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next episode.